What's up, everybody? TJ here, also known as the Hawk Punk. I've been meaning to do this vlog for so long. In the past month, um, as some of you guys do know, there was a personal death that, because of which, I lost focus and needed some time to regain my composure to start making videos again. Um, and after that, I just couldn't really flat out focus on anything other than work because, well, my real job sucks and we were that short-handed, believe it or not. So anyway, after seeing the last few weeks, just all the bashing, like how Destiny 2 sucks, how is Destiny 2 dead, um, how can Bungie fix itself? Personally, right now, Bungie can't fix itself. It's now become a former image of itself, where I would have to say the writers as well as the community managers who has their heads so far up each other's asses, they are becoming more and more like the human centipede. Yes, I will dare to say they are contradicting themselves so much with their heads so far up their ass. They are practically becoming the next version of a real life human centipede. And then you got people like Christopher Barrett, who is actively doing more damage control on Twitter than our beloved community managers. Um, he's taking everything we say with a grain of salt, as opposed to, Deej and Cosmo and whatever douchebag they've got sitting behind the desk of Seattle going, oh, there's nothing wrong. These Reddit players are wrong. Well, they could be, but here's facts. If it takes a community of 3, 5 players, they pull their resources together and they notice the same damn thing, then yeah, there's something wrong. So today, I'm going to pretty much just summarize how Bungie is becoming more and more like Ubisoft. Yes, Ubisoft. Um, and as much as they say it, Ubisoft shot itself in the foot with its last 2 or 3 Assassin's Creed games. And don't get me wrong, Assassin's Creed Origins was a step up, a major step up. Um, but games like Syndicate and Unity, um, I'm sorry, but when you rush a game to come out like that, then you've pretty much done fucked yourself. And unfortunately, this is what Bungie did with Destiny 2. Bungie previously, we just found out that Bungie kind of released Destiny 2 in a matter of 16 months. That's enough time to release a DLC for Destiny 1. So, in a big way, we practically got to beta test a $60 DLC that is nothing more than an expansion to Destiny 1. There's still a lot of games that aren't even, I mean, a lot of features, I'm sorry, that aren't even in the game yet, such as in game rewards and for both the Crucible and doing the heroic strikes. And you're probably saying to yourself, like, wait, isn't there already in-game rewards for the Crucible? Well, there is. Trials of the Nine is just that. Trials of the Nine. And yeah, while it may be an in-game, in-game content, it's not enough. Well, what about Iron Banner and faction rallies? Well, you know, looking forward to the game, we thought the factions were pretty much going to be set up the same way as they were in Destiny 1. Same with Iron Banner. Then the token system came up. No one likes the token system. I can tell you that right now. Um, the token system is just something that is something to grind for, and it was a model taken from just, you know, it was almost a exact model taken from Overwatch. And because Bungie owns a share of Blizzard, and someone thought, well, why don't we just go ahead and take this from Overwatch and see if we can apply it to Destiny? Yeah, real cute. Here's the thing. I enjoyed how if you join a faction, no matter if you got done doing a Crucible match, let alone a strike, you still gain XP towards your faction. Now, the only way to get XP with your faction is you have to earn tokens. Tokens, you're not even guaranteed any of the gear after, say, collecting like 100 of them. And 100 tokens is about like close to the equivalent of 10 packages. And to me, that's a ripoff. That's like telling the players we don't give a shit how long you have to grind. You're not going to get the gear that you want until you've played long enough and gained the necessary tokens just to grind the gear. Gear mostly is just cosmetic. And by cosmetic, I mean there are weapons in here that are just reskins. As opposed to, you know, giving us something that is original. Yeah, we had that same issue with Destiny 1 as well as, you know, throughout the Taken King as well as Rise of Iron. But face facts. The difference between this one and Vanilla Destiny is we got at least original weapons with original weapon perks that had good rolls. And Destiny 2, we have crappy weapons with pretty much the same stats and just nothing more than reskins of their former shell. And it just kind of hurts in a way because the way I look at it is as a gamer, I'm looking for something that's new, exciting, and game breaking, not the same old shit. Unfortunately, that's something that Ubisoft kind of had to deal with the Division a couple years back when it first came out. The Division, was supposed to be Ubisoft's Destiny killer, and it failed. Why it failed? Well, because for a while, yeah, it was great. You got to play this great ass game that has where you got sweet loot that had these ridiculous perks, and then suddenly Ubisoft's like, "Oh, we're gonna go ahead and punish the players for exploiting an exploit in the game that we didn't know about, but apparently we did know about." And then here are the massive glitches here and there, and it just pretty much made the Division unplayable and unfun for a while. And up until recently, there was a DLC for the Division. Um, from what I understand, it was between that and Destiny 2, Curse of Osiris. Curse of Osiris, well, let's face it, it was complete shit. We were promised so many things to do within the game, and we have not been able to do so. That being said, this is what Destiny is Bungie is doing to shoot themselves in the foot. They are practically going back on their word about what's going to be in the game and what will be in the game and what will not be in the game and how to fix it. I mean, recently we found out that Christopher Barrett once said, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and give the players 6 versus 6 um, Crucible combat. We'll go ahead and we'll also throw in the return of Rumble. We're looking into the return of private matches, as well as we're looking into the return of selectable play types in the Crucible. And we all got excited. This is right before the end of the year. And then come 2018, we're all hearing different things here and there between the community managers and Christopher Barrett that I think it was time for somebody to at least get their story straight. And then that time came, I want to say last week, when Bungie released its progress moving forward for Destiny 2. Its roadmap, pretty much, in a way. And its roadmap, well, it was surprising as well as both disappointing. Um, we're now at 1.12, where Prometheus Lynx is a buff, the buff it actually deserved, not the one where it was so broken that it became king among gods after the Curse of Osiris release. Um, Also, found notifications. Great. We also got Armor Masterworks. Something that I asked for, but okay, well, at least we got it instead of just kind of bitching about it later. We got raid reward improvements, which is pretty much just them saying, well, if you play the raid, you the mechanics of the rewards is pretty much down. It has been changed, which from what I've seen, all they've done was the raid gear that you get pretty much improves your rewards, which is stupid. Does nothing to help people that doesn't have an ounce of raid gear. Um, and then moving forward with this next one, which is I'm more disappointed in. 1.13 Nightfall scoring and high score tracking, which removes the timer from the Nightfall and pretty much puts the scoring from Destiny 1 in its place. If you guys don't remember in Destiny 1, um, during the Nightfall, in order to get an icebreaker, you had to score a certain amount of points, as well as you had to have a bounty from Savala. And if you reach that height of point as a fire team, then your chances of getting, say, the icebreaker was increased. Um, we have exotic repetition reduction, which just pretty much says that you're not going to get the same exotics time and time again when opening an engram or let alone um, completing a milestone for say like Cade, Shax, um, even Ikora. It goes. It says companions, shader interactions, companions, vendor viewing, and and they finally gave us Nightfall Strike unique rewards. So they're finally kind of making the game more playable. But we move into 1.4, and we're now getting the weapon and ability sandbox changes. Um, Iron Banner 6 versus 6. Moving on to 1.20, which is Season 3. So, pretty much just all this tells us they have not kept up on their word to give us the 6 versus 6 that we've promised, that we've been asking for. Instead, you're giving us a 6 versus 6 in a game type that only happens once a month. If we're lucky at that, depending, there's going to be a fix to prevent any type of glitch. And you're telling us that there's nothing much we can really do about it. Okay, well, I mean, Christopher Barrett. I mean, if you're actually looking at this vlog, listening to this vlog, what the hell is going on? After we've been asking for it and asking for it, and now you're telling us we're going to get it? We're going to get it for one specific game type? Not to mention, after being told, yeah, we're going to get private matches coming in Season 3, big fucking whoop. That's even if Bungie has a player base that's left to play Destiny 2. The, the overall fact is this: we cannot select a game type in Destiny. Say, for example, if you want Clash, you pick Clash. If you want Rumble, you pick Rumble. If you want Supremacy, at that point you might as well just go ahead and drop the controller, load in Call of Duty, and play Kill Confirmed. Bungie has lost the trust of its players, more so with with scandal after scandal that it's been wrapped up in since 6 months past its prior release. The fact that Bungie lied about there being an XP cap, that they lied recently about being able to go into a faction rally, to go into a lost sector and loot it, and then not be able to raid another lost sector for another 10 to 15 minutes, and then recently come out with a quick hotfix that changes it to 2 to 5 minutes. How about this? No cooldown at all. You guys are breaking the game more than you've already done. You're making Destiny 1 vanilla look like, oh, I don't know. You're pretty much making it look like, you haven't learned from your previous mistakes. Oh, wait, that's right. You haven't learned from your previous mistakes because you're Bungie. Who there at that goddamn studio ever learns from their mistakes? I mean, your boss. Your boss is a guy who wrote an article about how broken Halo 2 is. And it surprises me that he still has a job. And it disgusts me that the fact that I can't enjoy a game that I paid $60 for, plus an additional $35 for the two DLCs, to have fun with my friends anymore. You know where my friends are right now, guys? They're playing games like Ark, Overwatch, Horizon Zero Dawn, other games that are a hell of a lot better than Destiny is right now. Why? Well, those games aren't as broken as Destiny. I mean, I can sit here till I'm blue in the face and call Bungie another version of EA, but I'm sorry, but that title is actually reserved for Activision. Because as long as Activision is in control, Activision, at the end of the day, are solely responsible for how much money the game makes. Now, while it may not see a difference, you also gotta remember, after 6 months, 78% of Bungie's player base disappeared. And practically because, well, players are tired of Bungie's shit. Now, I know I said I was going to harp on the same, tooting horn as everyone else has been doing, but for fuck's sake, Bungie, get your shit together. Give us the game that we deserve. Give us some in-game content, and stop trying to be like everybody else. The Bungie I knew when I played the Taken King was great. Taken King had story. Taken King had less problems than it did issues. And the fact that I can't play with my clan because, well, we refuse to play because there's no 6 versus 6. Well, you guys kind of have diminished how great this game used to be. I mean, hell, Star Trek Online has more customization for characters at any time than you guys do. I could go to your local Starbase and just pretty much change my character's image in a matter of a few minutes or even a couple hours. If I want my character to look like Dr. Evil, god damn it, I'll make it look like Dr. Evil. If I want it to look like Jean-Luc Picard, I will make it look like Jean-Luc Picard. If I wanted to make him look like J.J. Abrams just so I can shoot J.J. have an excuse to take J.J. Abrams on a away mission and for him to get killed, I will take J.J. fucking Abrams on an away mission just so he can get killed. But I tell you what I will do. I will go online within the next week or so, and I will create a version of Luke Smith, not Matt Smith, because God forbid if I create one of Matt Smith, he's gonna kill me. And I will make sure personally that every single time he's on an away mission, I will gear him to the point where he has no weapons, no shielding, not even a shred of armor. And I will personally see that he gets killed and not revived. I am sick and tired of having to come on every single day and being reminded Crucible is now being catered to the competitive players. Bungie's trying to, I mean, I'm sick and tired of having to come on and having Tess Everest greet me every single time that I want to get something from my mailbox. Or learn that nothing new's been added except in Eververse. I mean, how do you not add anything new except for Eververse? Anyway, guys, that's all the time I've got. I'll see you guys next time. Leave a comment below, like this video, and please subscribe for future videos, as well as take a look at my past videos. Let me know what you guys think, how Bungie is handling itself right now. And I will catch you guys all on the flip side. Peace.